on, you beast!
It's monstrously huge this season. Way more creatures, big giant scope environments. We just couldn't leave it alone.
Sanctuary is defined by its innovation. It always has been. It's a wonderful marriage of storytelling and technology.
There's nothing there except actors. It's just amazing what Anthem is able to do. I don't know how they do it. But you can dream up anything and they'll go, well, okay.
All you get is an actor and a camera and a lot of green. And you have to make it into a TV show.
Let's go.
I was writing this episode and thinking, how the hell are they going to shoot this? For the life of me, I thought that I was going to hand in the script and they were going to look at it and be like, oh boy, there's a monster that they're fighting, there's a flying man, there's the tentacle monster in the lab, not to mention the lab itself. I mean, the sets, the backdrops, the city, a lot of the city was going to be green screen. I was floored because I actually thought that there's no way they'll be able to shoot this.
The hard part was keeping a straight face while we were shooting and not, interrupting his take because the crew was trying to stop from laughing. The great thing about the flying in the show is, with the exception of a few instances, it's practical. We had the velocity rig in, and that worked great. I mean, they did some amazing things with it. For us, the challenge is just all the wire and cable removal.
That's far enough, citizen.
And the thing about Sanctuary is, we don't go out and shoot plates of an alley, like, we need an alley for this, let's go shot. So the artists here put together this, they create these backgrounds. In a few instances where he has to fly for real, fly at great distances and that, then we have a CG avatar of him in his suit that we can fly around and do whatever we want.
Walter? In the dailies, it's just him hanging midair, kicking and punching at this big green blob that was our creature. He just, all right, balls out, let's just do it.
This is representing the creature, something big for him to be able to jump up onto, hang on, climb, fight with, punch. So this is the original concept art for the Coleanthropus. Coleanthropus being kind of a cross between a dinosaur and an insect. He's big and he's nasty, and Chris is gonna have to beat up on him.
Fire! There's a shot where Will and Declan have just been thwarted in their search for the Coleanthropus. And we cut high above the van and we fly up above the city and we, go in, push in the window of a warehouse and we find the Coleanthropus weaving its cocoon. I never for a second thought that shot was gonna live. I was sure that they were just gonna say, no, that's crazy. That's a huge visual effects shot. It'll be, 15 seconds long or however long it is. But that was one of the big surprises that, that shot is still in the cut. And so that's a rare treat to be able to write that way.
So the season 2 effects I'm very, very proud of. We created things, looks, palettes, locations, moments, fights, creatures that were new. Bigger, shinier, cooler, weirder, more frightening, more wondrous than we did the season before. And we hope that every season does that.
I'll be down.
Of all the creatures that we've done for season 2 on Sanctuary, the Steno is, my favorite. The artist at Anthem really came up with an amazing look for him. It started with, from a script standpoint, we had to have this cute little creature at the beginning that Kate could relate to and meet and seem completely non-threatening, but then later on has to become fairly fierce. It becomes this much bigger creature that has to look scary, but then at the same time later on has to be non-threatening again.
He thinks you're his mother.
So in talking with Rose Wang, who's our concept artist here at Anthem, I said, let's go with something that's kind of like a bunny rabbit that evolves into something with long ears, has, major teeth. So if teeth are bared, looks really scary, but that we could fold the ears back and have them flop and have them look sort of non-threatening later on. And then from her artwork, we built a model and surfaced and textured and lit it, and the animators built a rig for it, and we saw some test animations, and the final composite look we're pretty happy with.
Henry, it's coming!
Yeah, I know. Just hold on a second.
I'm gonna empty a mag into it.
No, you are not.
We liked him enough, and I think everybody enjoyed him, that we'll have to bring him back at some point. Certainly he'll be hanging out at Sanctuary from time to time. We'll make him visible again.
Working with the green screen in season 1 was a lot of fun, but it did take a little bit of getting used to, because you're still trying to imagine the dimensions of the rooms that you're in. You're wanting to make sure that you know exactly where you are and where the walls are and all those kind of things.
As an actor, there's an intimacy to shooting green screen scenes that you don't necessarily get on a full set. And the intimacy comes from the fact that you don't have any distractions. There's nothing beautiful around you to look at. You have to know exactly where you are and the scope of the place that you're in, because all our green screen sets are huge. The library is massive, but it really just becomes about the words and your fellow actor and the characters and the relationship and what's happening. It doesn't become about the stuff. It's far more intimate in a lot of ways. I really enjoy it.
Using green screen technology doesn't absolve you from building sets. It just means that those sets are built in computers. They're not built on a soundstage. So in one sense, they're very environmentally friendly, and they create wild, amazing looks and wonderful things that you're very proud of. But they also take time, and if you rush that process, they look crappy. And Anthem is one of the best visual effects houses in the world, and they tell us off the top, look, if you want us to build that mountain or that skyscraper in that amount of time, we won't do it if it doesn't look good.
And action.
Hey, 8-man. And short human guy. I ordered Thai food like an hour ago.
I often get asked about, the advantages to shooting green screen or not. For us here at Anthem, the advantage, of course, is that we can put anything we want back there. I mean, once the green is removed and we've got this big open frame with only our actors and a few props, we can make it anything we want back there. But, in this case, you use it for the big scope shots, the 60-foot, high ceilings and the, 100-foot wide spaces, or the locations around the world that we can't go to, or, just sets that are too big and impossible to build. The workload for visual effects for season 2 increased exponentially. I mean, we did somewhere in the vicinity of 3,000 visual effects shots on 13 episodes of the show. The artists here at Anthem, they're fans of the show, like you are. I mean, they're excited from episode to episode, to what they might be working on next. And it's really a testament to their artistry and hard work.